good leadership, righteous leadership, not only requires strength, but it also requires vulnerability. Yes, vulnerability. And I'm not talking about being vulnerable in the sense of someone running over you or getting over on you, but I'm talking about vulnerable enough to authentically share your feelings, your journey, whatever God has allowed you to share with the people that God has allowed you to lead. You can't always show up as the expert or the know-it-all with the people that God has called you to lead. You got to show up also being able to show you've been there, you've done that. And in some instances, you're still going through it. You know, the Bible tells us that Jesus is not a high priest who is not touched with the feelings of our infirmities, but at all points and in all ways, he was tempted just as we were. So he knows how we feel in every situation. Now, I'm not saying as a leader, you have to know how a person feels in every situation, but the people that God called you to, there are some things you ought to know, or you ought to be able to empathize with them because you've experienced those feelings or you've experienced that journey too. Amen. Amen. Be blessed.